Hey, you guys. This was a trip. I was doing Fun Fellowship Friday, and somebody sent in a question. Does John chapter 7, verse 8 mean that Jesus lied? And I was like, what? And I went and looked at it, and I was like, why would they think he lied here? Then the people in the chat and Jordan on the panel said the other versions that are not King James remove a word that clarifies that Jesus wasn't lying. It makes it look like he deceived someone. So I want to show you this. See, these are the little things. If you don't get a version that is directly translated from the original Textus Receptus, but instead is kind of not translated, but interpreted, like they try to give you the overall feeling of what it says. It needs to be word for word, as clear and close as possible to the Koine Greek and or Hebrew Aramaic, because if not, little things like this happen, and it's scary. Like, I understand why there's so much confusion on the gospel now, why all the wonderful good works we're supposed to do as Christians are put over here in this what gets you saved place, mixing it all up and making a mess of it. I understand it now. So I want to show you this verse that they sent in. I thought this was very interesting. So this is where the disciples are going to go up to the feast. I'm assuming it's Jerusalem for the feast. That's where they went. So this is what Jesus says. In the red letters, it says, "Go ye up unto this feast. I go not up yet unto this feast, for my time is not yet full come." When he had said these words unto them, he abode still in Galilee. But when his brethren were gone up, then went he also up into the feast, not openly, but as it were in secret. And then the Jews sought him at the feast and said, "Where is he?" And there was much murmuring among the people concerning him. And some said, "He's a good man," and others said, "Nay, but he deceiveth the people," etc. So he's listening to what people are saying. Then he goes over to the temple. Now, I was like, why would they think he was lying? He clearly stayed behind, let the disciples go ahead of him, and he went right after. But when he got to the feast, he didn't go in. He just kind of hung back and listened. But the disciples left without him. Then he went just a little bit after they did. So it doesn't mean he lied. Why would they think that? It clearly says, "I go not up yet unto the feast, because my time is not yet come," right? Not yet full come. So I was like, it's clear to me he didn't lie. He was just saying, "I'm not going yet." He didn't say, "I'm not going." But let's look at the translations in these other versions. This is crazy to me. All right, NIV. "You go to the festival. I am not going up to this festival, because my time is not yet fully come." I'm not going, just flat out. I'm not going to the festival. So when he shows up to the festival, it looks like he's a liar. And it's worse because he's there, but he's just hanging back secret, like he lied to them. "I'm not going to the festival," but he really went. That makes him a liar. That's not what happened. He went a little bit after. It says he was still when they were leaving, he was still in Galilee. Then they went, and he went a little bit after him, and he went, but he didn't go all the way in. He kind of hung back. So it's clear they just went a little bit before he did. So it says yet. When you remove the word yet, it looks like he's saying, "I'm not going to the feast at all." It says, "Go up to the feast on your own. I am not going up to this feast, because my time hasn't come." That's the Berean Study Bible. Ironic, Berean. Bereans were known to be studiers of the word to confirm everything. Here we go. Berean Literal Bible. "You go to the feast. I'm not going up to this feast, for my time hasn't come." So the only versions that say it correctly are the King James and the New King James so far. New American Standard. "Go up to the feast yourselves. I'm not going up to this feast, because my time is not yet fully arrived." I'm not going, just flat out, I'm not going to the feast. So when he shows up to the feast, of course it makes him look like a liar. He just said, I'm not going to the feast yet. He went a little bit after them. That's all. He didn't say he wasn't going at all. NASB, I'm not going to this feast. NASB 1995, I do not go up to this feast. Let's see what else. Amplified, go up to the feast yourselves. I'm not going up to this feast because my time hasn't come. Christian Standard Bible, go up to the festival yourselves. I'm not going up to this festival because my time hasn't come. Holman Christian Standard actually gets it correct. Go up to the festival yourselves. I'm not going up to the festival yet. So they got that right. American Standard, I go not up to this feast. My time hasn't come and I'm not going. Contemporary English Version. Sure does make it look like he's lying, isn't it? I'm not going to this festival. Good News Translation. I'm not going to this festival right now. That's actually right. That's God's Word translation that at least confirms not yet or not right now. That's correct. That's accurate. New Heart English Bible. I don't even know the names of these things. I am not yet going up to this feast. That's correct. I do not now go to the festival. Weymouth New Testament. That's correct. World English Bible. I am not yet going to the feast. That's correct. Young's Literal got it right too. They usually do. They're pretty good. I do not yet go up to this feast. So half of them just say flat out, I'm not going. You go. I'm not going. So a little bit later, you see him at the festival. He lied. But that's not true. You can see in the King James clearly he was still in Galilee. It says that. When they left, he was still in Galilee. And when they went up, he went up also. But he was a little bit behind them. That's clearly what's happening. So, wow, that's a major deal. But then I was thinking to myself, why does everybody look for a place where they can call God a liar, or call Jesus a liar, or say the Bible's contradicting or something? You know, I understand when we accidentally find these things, but it's always like people are looking to do it. It's very bizarre. But you know what? It keeps us on our toes. It's good. We're supposed to examine the scriptures. So it's interesting. I thought you guys would find it interesting. That really is a big deal. And if that one little word changed that much of the meaning and the character of Christ, one word being removed, changed the character of Christ and the whole story. It changed the whole thing. So it's very important that we get a version that is accurate. All right, you guys. God bless.